to diplomatic missions, we guard them. This underscores our outreach. We are not playing our own our significant role, but these are facts laid bare. Turning to the question as submitted by the committee, I'm trying to be brief, Mr. Chairman. The current legal framework, we under the Police Act and relevant police provisions, one is that the law gives the Minister of Internal Affairs and the Inspector General of Police the power to regulate and control private security companies. So they are the implementing authority for licensing, oversight, and enforcement.
Do you find any challenges at implementation level? Do we need to streamline? Do we need to amend? Do we need to strengthen? Do we need you as primary users of the laws that we enact? Okay? Where do you find a challenge, and which ones are these? Be it at operational level, taxation level, regulation, establishment, all that. That should be, because the end result is that we should be improving. If the law is stifling the industry, then that law is not good for the country. If tax is not progressive, regressive tax is bad for the economy. If the law stops you from employing able-bodied or this and that, are the laws allowing you to export labor? Because I know you do. Where do you find the challenge? Because we also have an that comes to Parliament where some of your organizations export labor, because the labor externalization is one of the progressive policies of this government, where your members export labor and then they don't look after these people they have given contracts. And it comes back to us, to Parliament. So where do you find the check? Because you should also help us improve on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the guidance. I had followed on the issue of control of private security organization regulations 1997. These regulations set out registration of the private security companies, licensing, the informs our personnel put on, operational limitations, and other procedural requirements for private security organizations. And these are the core instruments used to control private security organizations. And you may also be aware that there have been a number of amendments to that. We are under the Companies Act, corporate registration. A private security provider must be a properly registered company, and all of us we are. And the IGP issues the licenses after the company registration requirements are certified. We've got other relevant laws and cross-cutting requirements, of course, like covered under the data protection and privacy, because some of our members, you see, are involved in private investigations. We deploy CCTV cameras. All this bring into concept of the data protection and privacy. Of course, we are working under the employment and labor laws, where our bulk of our personnel are guards. Then also the human rights and international standards. For instance, the Uganda Private Security Association is holding an observer status with the International Code of Conduct Association, which is the global agency overseeing private security activities worldwide. We also have the regional professional bodies that we've affiliated to, but in line with human rights and international standards. Mr. Chairman, the impact of the legal regime on the operation of the private security organizations, we look at the corporate registration that to ensure that every security company is fully registered. Then that PSOs, private security organizations, license with the IGP, they have license with the IGP, of course, issued by police. There's the personal vetting that we undergo as part of the impact, positive impact of the on our sector. Of course, we have uniforms and identification, which is also part of the law. We have got the control of the firearms and weapons that ensures that we comply. Then, of course, the requirement of training and standards. You've also noticed that quite a number of our personnel, we have engaged the International Code of Conduct Association, ICOCA, based in Geneva, to train us, to expose us to international standards.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
this is clear. My interest, and I'm sure what is this, Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
that government has enabled other businesses and has not favored you. Do you have those policies?
Very true, Mr. Chairman. Even we have it in our
Okay.
in our
Yes.
our recommendations.
Yes, because no Ugandan, whether as a company or an individual, should face discrimination either in business or anywhere. Now, it's the responsibility of Parliament to make sure the laws and the policies apply to all equally.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Chairman, sorry to interdict. I wanted to know, do times they tend to get some favors, like tax holidays, like what, as those investors. So I wanted to know also
You are
that
right.
if we have foreign companies competing with you in your security business.
And whether they are, that's the concern of this.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, on that information, very true, because in our business establishment, we are both local and international.
International, yes.
But the challenge we are facing, Mr. Chairman, and it's a part of what we have also asked the committee, it's part of the recommendations which I was coming to, is that the foreign companies, private security companies, we, the local companies, we cannot get a loan from the bank because we are presumed a high-risk business. And the fact that most of the banks are foreign, they are originating from some of these other countries, they don't want involvement in purchase of weapons. Now, we don't get loans. You can only get a loan as an individual, as Grace Matsuko, not as a private security company. Now, what happened is that us having our capital base shrinking under the weight of heavy taxes and fine and fees, we don't have anywhere to run to. Now, the foreign security companies that are getting into this country now, they have got their backing from their home governments. They get loans on almost zero rates or smaller interests. Now, when they come here, they come with a lot of money. And
Is this what you call a development stimulus package? Oh.
yes, partly, Mr. Chairman, is what we are also looking at.
Okay.
Now, our worry is that without any government giving us stimulus packages as local players and protecting us against these predatory taxes and fees, the domestic security of this country, where we play our space, is going to be taken over by foreign entities. We have seen it rearing its head in the oil and gas, a very important sector in our national agenda, which we guarded from the time of exploration, but it's slipping away from our hands.
Why?
Because our capacity has been drained by these taxes. Secondly, we are not supported by this government. So, and yet the other people have got the capacity. And what hurts is that our line officers, they always give
the questions we ask you, by the way, are for purposes of clarity.
Thank you.
When foreign companies come and register, certainly they employ a big number of them. So if company XY security company has come into the country, the laws of our land are that the majority of the employees, other than technical, will be Ugandans, right? So the beneficiaries are Ugandans still. And maybe we need to know purchase of weapons and all that.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the beneficiaries, we don't want to appear xenophobic or whatever.
No.
But it's at the discretion of this committee to establish, but we can provide information that some of the foreign private security companies are now bringing their personnel to do guarding services.
Wow, that's not. Would like that you supply that information to us.
Exactly.
So your member Julius wants to
thank
make
you,
a
Chair.
contribution. Okay.
Just on that particular point of the oil content, some
Yes,
industries
yes.
which are protected specifically for Ugandan companies. Of course, the Chair could probably guide and remind me whether security is part of them. But ideally, in my view, security should be one of those who are entitled to
Yes, it is.
the local content.
Yes, it is. Highly, in fact, number one.
Okay, but in that level of security, other than saying private, I mean local content, is that local content capacity? Those are the issues the Chairman is talking about. How do you compete with these multilateral security companies?
Do we have them knocking on our doors?
Yes.
Do you have them competing with you already?
Of course.
Mr. Chairman, yes.
Are they not buying into you? They are coming direct. Okay, that's okay. You will give us more information to that effect.
Maybe, Chair, before he goes further, there is why I wanted the clarification. He said they don't own. Usually the banks ask for security. Then again, when he talked of maybe they want a stimulus package or incentives as Ugandan companies.
Properties. Even we have bank fairly good bank accounts in terms of figures.
You also provide security to these banks.
To these banks. They
Yes.
are our customers. But the same customers cannot give us a loan because they think they believe that we're a high risk business.
High risk business.
That if a guard shoots a member of the public,
Like they
billions of
always
money
do.
will go. So, and secondly, because some of the banks we have have got they have got their foreign origin. In those respective countries, they don't deal in arms
Okay.
or finance any project to involved in arms purchase. So even if you have an asset, the bank will not take it. This is the situation we're facing, Honorable Chairman. And then probably just to bring to you speed on what probably we request this committee to do, to look into. For instance, on the issue of the legal framework, we are requesting the revision of the Control of Private Security Organizations, Regulation 1997, which calls for, which gives powers, sweeping powers, to the Uganda Police Force. This is to help in reflecting in modern realities, technology, cyber security, privacy investigations, data protection. For instance, we are not even used to use drones.
You are not allowed to use drones.
Yes.
Yes.
Yet for us, we feel where I'm supposed to deploy 20 guards, I can deploy a drone with one operator, and it gives me what the 20 people can give me. But the law does not allow us.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, we want there should be separation of powers from the regulator. For instance, we are requesting that there should be a creation of an independent private security regulatory authority or a specialized unit under the Ministry of Internal Affairs, rather than leaving both licensing and service provision with the Uganda Police. We have seen it with our neighboring countries doing the same. Mr. Chairman, we would like to invite the committee to look into the issue of the capacity building and prosperization. It's a key issue we admit, but we would like that government, because we have tried to work with Uganda Police, we have developed a joint training curriculum. But when it came to implementation, police was saying, yes, we can train your people at a cost. And how much was that? They were telling us, you must pay per guard 20,000 shillings per guard.
How do you train your staff?
We have been training individually. As a company, we have our, either you hire.
But do we have minimum standards? Do we?
Yes, as an
you
association.
comply?
Yes, we are complying.
Okay.
But we wanted to take it to another level to have so that we have got a standard training system and also working with the Uganda Police so that we satisfy our guards like what other countries in the region are doing. But we discovered it's going to be too costly. And the police is saying that even if we cannot even give you our training grounds for free, you must also pay for them. But we're asking ourselves, as the strategic national player, if government can train militia, these local defense forces.
No, government does not train militia.
Okay. Maybe I'm just looking at, for instance, auxiliary forces like Amuka, Arrow Boys. Government puts in money to train these people because they value their contribution to the national security. How about if they gave us a training ground for free?
How about you acquired a training ground as an association?
As an association, exactly.
Because you are purely private.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we are purely private, but also given the background that we are saving this country billions of dollars.
But you are also making billions of dollars for yourself.
Mr. Chairman, we are not making millions of dollars. No. Yes.
Clearly, you are in this for business. You are not philanthropic.
Very true.
And if you want government to train, yes, they can, but it too has a cost.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we are a business into this.
Yes.
But we are in the national security agenda. We feel because we have seen government extending some assistance to these other key strategic institutions.
That's the point.
How about if government thought about at least giving us some subsidies on training our personnel? Does it cost government a lot if probably they say we are giving a police training ground at maybe a subsidized cost because we're a business, so that it helps us to standardize as opposed to training individually, company by company? Mr. Chairman.
I think you made your point.
Thank you.
My question to this is, because even you in business, you are not at the same level, boys in this industry. And they probably have capacity to acquire training facilities. And the beauty of coming together like you are now is that you could share those facilities. The other beauty is that you're in business. In business, you spot a gap. As an entrepreneur, you make money out of it. Has any one of you purchased a training and range ground and is charging others to use it?
Yes, Honorable.
Perfect.
Yes. Mr. Chairman, the challenge you are having is that we come into this business to make money. We get young boys, as we have informed the committee, the bulk of people we employ, these are youth who would have ordinarily not had any chance to be in any employment bracket.
Correct.
We bring them, pick them from any corner of this country.
Train them and give them a life.
Senior 2 dropout is trained and given a future and added a value. If government is giving value addition, contribution to organizations that are doing value addition, what does it cost this government to give us, those who are also involved in this? Because these youth, if we are not picking them up, and ex-servicemen and women, there would be a problem in this country.
Chairman, yes, I entirely agree with you. At a personal level, I have been having concerns with the issue of returnees. People who have trained in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in Somalia, acquired specialized skills. Their contracts have run out and they are back home. They have passed the age of recruitment into the UPDF and Uganda police and prisons. All they have are military skills. You consume them, isn't it? So for me, that is a great advantage. Sometimes you bring those raw and train them, but you also get trained people and employ them. As a legislator and government, we applaud you for giving them employment.
Thank you.
Okay? And maintaining them. And that's where, for me and the committee, we should make sure you are not pushed out of business. Because if you are pushed out of business, 100,000 people will be unemployed.
Thank you.
And the taxes you pay won't be. So that's where we come in now.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Chair,
when we don't have guns, we are stuck. And this is also in connection with the police communication. There is a challenge that Uganda police does not communicate to us formally whenever there is any changes made. Yes. Recently, we were looking for guns. We have contracts to sell. And we are told there are changes being made under SAR. because they resemble Uganda, they resemble AK-47. So that the government intends to make adjustments, and now they are stopping purchasing of these guns by private security companies. It is only the shotguns that are going to be allowed, and it is Uganda police to supply these guns to us. But apparently it is about 3 months so far, or 4. We have not yet received anything. And our businesses are stuck, Mr. Chairman. I request that you look into this, and then you help us. I also want to give an example on the issue of uniform. Recently, we were told that our uniforms are resembling the uniforms of the government forces. So we need to urgently change our uniforms. Now we wonder, a uniform that was gazetted 30 years ago, to be changed in an overnight, it becomes an issue. So I humbly request that.
You know, this is off record.
Yes.
But Iran was, can you imagine? you get, they have a crime because they are so close. Okay, that's valid.
Yes.
The chair, and then we conclude.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think I thought to shotguns. It's something that just was brought to our attention at short notice, and the companies now cannot buy. We have engaged the Inspector General of Police, and we're grateful, by the way, the current leadership at the police. They are trying their ever best, but the system they have inherited is bureaucratic, corrupt, and non-strategic. I have no apologies to that. This is how they operate. They bring issues through their initially. They will just come, bring ideas and dump them onto us, which are costing our operations. Like, for instance, deciding, they say, no, we are not now supplying SRs, we're waiting for shotguns. They have not brought them in the country, but they expect private security companies to continue working. Similarly, on the issue of the uniforms, you just say you are gazetting this type of uniforms. Yet the same institution is the one which helped us to gazette them at a cost, and it's a huge cost, Mr. Chairman. But all of a sudden they say, no, us we are taking over all these uniforms. But at whose cost? You are phasing them out of saturation. But you expect private security companies to shoulder the cost. Because, Mr. Chairman, we are only civil and we are patriotic Ugandans. This government should be paying billions of money in compensating us for the shortfalls of police. The other thing, Mr. Chairman, on the issue, when you give me a certificate to work, let me work. Don't tie my hands on what I should do and what I should not do. The colleagues raised the issue of pistols. We are guarding diplomatic institutions. They don't want to see these rifles in their presence. They prefer, like, you have covert weapons. But we cannot. And yet police they never issued a circular. They only gave us verbal instructions, no more deployment of these pistols because they are misused. This they claim by us. But it's not, if you are a misuse, can you reprimand them? You see, you don't have to. And secondly, there is a lot of money tied up with the government, because these decisions came in when people had placed orders, and we paid. Personally, I paid money through my company. We had a business, but we could not, and that money is held up there. We cannot retrieve it because they said you brought this money, you paid this money.
The person who issued change of, transitioning from SR shotgun.
Yes.
The same person who supplies.
Now, at the moment, this is the assumption that police is going to provide. But when? Yet we have got running contracts.
And on this point, Chair, we have an industry, NEC in Nakasongora, which manufactures firearms. So it is not all about importing, because Nakasongora is actually can supply all these companies with SAR. So why now do you go to shotguns and all that, even pistols?
We manufacture shotguns.
They don't, but they manufacture SAR, which has been a
So
weapon
who
of
gave the orders to transition from West?
police. Inspector
Police.
General of Police.
Okay. Point
And
taken.
also, like I said, Nakasongora also manufactures pistols. So not all of us want to import pistols from outside the country. We want to buy here.
So the policy is actually not good for the economy.
At all.
Very true, Mr. Chairman. Because, Mr. Chairman, now we're asking the companies that paid money, for instance, the pistols, when shall government refund that money? Because police tells us for the items you had paid for that money, we have stopped. And there's no written instructions, but they say we have stopped. So some millions of money is held up in that account. And
Okay.
indefinitely.
Thank
Then,
you.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
as I conclude, we are looking at, we need to protect the integrity of this profession and this industry. We are having everyone coming and claiming to be a security provider. Bouncers and
The
whatever,
issue of
and
standards.
companies. We are saying, we are requesting, if we are really to be in this business and professionalize it, let whoever comes in have a tag and registered. Having companies running their in-house security is not helping, is really denting, because what they do there is reflected on us, that this
That's
is
very
policy to do.
important. You're right.
Then lastly, Mr. Chairman, we request, because we are seeing an overlap of police officers and other agencies, by the way, having the interests into our sector as they prepare to retire. Then they end up offloading some substandard companies onto us. And also, for purposes of professionalization and standardization, we request that Private Security Association be a member of the National Licenses Committee, which is an inter-security agency. It's in the Act of Parliament, but we want also to be part of, because we are the key stakeholders where decisions are taken on the renewal, entry of new companies into the sector.
You don't need to be personally there. All you need are the standard operating procedures.
Okay, fine. Maybe
The authority.
you can guide us that.
Systems, yeah.
Then also, Mr. Chairman, lastly, some of the issues we are facing is because it's like the association is still voluntary. And yet we are in a very key and strategic sector in this country. Like we have seen the engineering board, the Law Society, whoever comes into this sector should be a member of the Private Security Association, as opposed to the current situation where it's voluntary. Because we are in a key security sector, it should not be one who comes in or at what point and he's free to go and whatever. The laissez-faire attitude should stop. It's compromising us and the domestic security. I thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Honorable colleague, if you then, for purposes of processing this, we're going to interact with police, put these concerns to them. We are going to interact with the other stakeholders so that by the time a report is produced on the floor of Parliament, it is a report that is geared at getting a resolution. I hear you, because this is a nascent, a strategic industry, but still young. It certainly needs regulation. It certainly needs guidance. It certainly needs protection at the same time. We applaud you because this is an industry that employs, I think, other than UPDF and police, those are in private, other than the border industry. I think private security employs most young people, over 100,000. So we thank you for that. Please maintain your own standards. As Parliament, there are voices that have been coming that you do not, while you have your own challenges, but you also, most or some of your companies don't handle guards fairly. So we ask you to go and be better. The regulations relating to employment, hire and fire, please don't be caught on the, because now once those overpower the challenges that you face, you lose a case. But I can assure you, we have started the process. We hope that by the time we come to the floor of Parliament, we shall have a good report. From our interaction, if you feel there is something you need to do on your document by way of improving, adding, you are free. The Office of Clerk is open always. You can improve on it or provide further information that is helpful. You'll be most welcome. We might need to re-engage you. If that need comes, we'll write to you, either to appear physically or to answer some questions in writing. So communication remains open. I thank you so much. This meeting is adjourned. Please take leave of the committee. You have spent a whole day at Parliament. Thank you. Have a good afternoon. Okay. Honorable Nate, we can see off the visitors. Thank you.